high-risk investment. Trading on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Before deciding to trade, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. The possibility exists that you could sustain a loss of some or all of your initial investment, and therefore you should not invest money that you cannot afford to lose. You should be aware of all the risks associated with trading, and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Market opinions. Any opinions, news, research, analyses, prices, or other information contained on this video is provided as general market commentary, and does not constitute investment advice. Master the Markets will not accept liability for any loss or damage, including without limitation to, any loss of profit, which may arise directly or indirectly from use of or reliance on such information.
Hi traders, welcome to our live trading workshop webinar today. We got a lot in store for you. We got actually a live trade position running on the gold over here on our Trade Nation account over here. This is an end of day, a longer term position that we are running. We're also going to be taking a look at some short-term trade positions as well. And we're going to be answering the main question really today, me and Gavin over here, is that, is this really a dump or a shakeout? What is it? We're going to be analyzing all of this and more in this live trading workshop webinar. Traders, welcome. Today is still up on here, founder of Master the Markets Illustrates Conference on the Traders Open Day, and I'm joined by my very good friend and CEO of Trade Guider, Gavin Holmes. Hi, Gavin.
Hi, Tiru. Can everyone hear me okay? I hope you can. Sorry, I haven't got my camera quite working yet because I've got a brand new computer. And it's a Surface Pro, the top one, and the screen doesn't work. But anyway, the trading does work. What a great week we've had, not just in the trading arena, but in my third book, Think, Link, Create, which I'll discuss briefly as we go through this seminar. If I sound a little bit hoarse, hoarse, that's a great word because I live in the forest, and then I moved to a beautiful part of the country down south near Sandbanks in Bournemouth, because I've been talking to so many people, and it's wonderful. I'm so positive and so energetic and so positive about the markets. But people have emailed me and said, "Oh, it's terrible. It's this. I've turned on the TV this morning and it's terrible, and Russia's doing this and Trump is doing this." What I'm going to show you today, I'm sure Tira and I will show you, is there's so much good stuff out there. You can choose to be negative or you can choose to be positive, but you've got the choice. And this is going to be a bit difficult for me because I listened to a video that I did with Tom Williams just before he passed away, the inventor of volume spread analysis, which we'll talk about today. Now, it was a difficult moment for me because he was talking about how the markets operate, and then I thought, well, he talked about herd mentality, and it's written in his book, Master the Markets, and I listened to it again. And I thought, well, that's exactly what's going on right now. You can see the universe that you live in positively or negatively. It's really straightforward. And he told me this, and he said, look, the markets are moved by the universal laws: supply and demand, cause and effect, and effort versus result. What Tiru brought to the table with Master the Markets, which is his company, was the smart money indicators. What we bring to the table is volume spread analysis. What we're going to show you today is it's going to be groundbreaking because we've got something that will prove that it works. But it doesn't. I don't need to prove it because I know. I've been doing it for 27 years now, and Tom did it for many years before me. Tiru's been doing it for a long time, and his great colleagues out in India, Karen and Glenn, who are listening in on this. And we've opened and it's a, let me be clear, it's an office. It's going to be there. I'm going to be in India at some point, but we looked at I've done a big study this last week with my publisher of my third book, and we're looking at what is the connection between trading and investing and your belief systems. Now, the great thing is, I can tell you this: Tiru, Kyron, Glenn, and several other people listening in here are all on the same page. We want to help you. Here's how we're going to help you. First of all, we'll start with the charts. And that's where I believe that because most of you on our database, you want to learn to read the charts. And so I'm going to hand over to Tiru, who will explain to you what we've done. And then I've got a big announcement to make about our new scanning system, which you'll see. And that's absolutely fine. I mean, it won't sit today, but it's coming. But what I want to probably get across, and I think it's important, is in order to be successful in anything, you have to believe in your strategy and you have to accept the strategy that you've got. Now, I did a webinar yesterday, which is, I'll show you what it said, based on the interviews with Tom Williams. And I'll show you that. But we've got to get to the charts. So Tiru, let's hand over to you and let's have a look at the opportunities that are out. And I'm looking at gold at the moment. And
yeah, you know what? Let's take a look at gold together, actually.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
And you know what? We will also talk about the new Telegram channel we got, guys, which will send the signals out to you. We will be discussing that very shortly. But let me just bring this up and I'll share some reference videos as well that you guys can follow if you're not understanding the terminologies. I'm taking a look on gold over here at the moment. Let me just bring the data window here as well. Now, let me just do that. Increase that a little bit. Great. So here on the Trade Nation account is what we are looking at over here. So you see, yesterday's ATR was about $71, as you can see over here, right? So we are looking for high probability setups, yeah? So $71 here. Now, today's range is about $55.60. I'm reading it from here. One of our clients designed that indicator as well. So, in fact, a lot of things actually, both Trade Guider and MTM, our clients help to uplift the community by itself. You know, the community itself uplifts the community. So, this is really good that we're going on the right track. Here, $55.60. Now, if I do it on the calculator, usually high probability setups we found when we're looking to capture an 80% range of that. So, 80 times $75, isn't it? It's about 60. So it hasn't still formed this 80% range, which is good. And also, I must do caution you that in today's markets, because the volatility has kicked in, so we can actually expect one ATR to actually work, okay? But if you want high probabilities, then you can just look at 80% ATR, which can work in most scenarios and market conditions. So on this, we don't want to miss this one here. So I'll move on this quite fast. So here we go 55.60, and then when I go on to the 4 hour, I'm just going to quickly just align all the trends together. But this one is a downtrend phase 2, but it's still direction is aligning. So let me just put it all in here very quickly. So over here, I've got uptrend phase 1. And I'll give you some reference videos for those of you guys joining in for the first time. Maybe it's above your head a little bit. But I'll give you some reference videos in the end, okay, so that you guys can take a look at that. And then I've got the 1 hour time frame. We got just nice signal here, just came in at here at 12 o'clock. In fact, we can look to get in on that one there. So I'm just actually going to put that on to this one here on the signal DP. right? And I'm just going to do that very quickly now before it starts to run. This is on the intraday signal that we are doing. So I'm just going to do on that stop and limit. I'm going to go and buy that. And I'll just put this on price here. So the price, what I'll be going for, I'll begin off just on here. We'll adjust it later because I just don't want to miss that one there. 3103, right? 3103. And then our target will be at 180R away from here. It's a pity this one is not
Okay.
concealed.
Terry, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, just give me a minute. Yeah, I just need to put the order ticket. So
Yeah, put the
$14.
order. Yeah,
Yeah, $14, 3124, 3138. Let me just do that. So 3138. And then when we do that over away, it should come onto the Telegram channel. I think the boys can also put that through. We can see how this position actually carries on to be, and we can follow it in real time. So let me explain now on how this one is working. Sorry, Gavin, you were saying, yeah.
Yeah, a question for people that are looking at this brand new. So they've just come in. They're going, well, okay, you're taking a trade. You're looking at. We haven't got the VSA on there yet, but that's fine. But
I'm just going to show it on a trading view as well, yeah.
yeah, we can put it on TradingView. That's the questions
Because
I'm
I double
getting.
checked it before, you see. That's the,
Yeah. So if you can put the VSA on there, that would be helpful because then you
yeah.
can see, I can see what's going on, and I'm in a live trade, so I've got now
Let me
the
quickly do that
questions
one
come.
there. There we go. We got it on here on the
Yep,
Trade
we've got it.
Nation. There we go. Because I checked it before. You see, all green, nice volume
Yep,
supporting. That's what I did. Yeah,
it's
carry on.
exactly correct. Now the interesting thing is where is this? And it's interesting. If you look to the top right, it says trend up, phase one.
Yeah.
Okay, on that time frame. Okay. Now, I'm already long and I'll show you the trade, but the question mark is, well, why? Well, watch. So everyone wants to know a profit target, right? Now, Tira and I have talked about this, and I don't have profit targets, but I can tell you exactly where it's going now based on David White's point and figure charting. Now, we're looking at something that's going to go slowly, but we're very close to the US Open. So I'm going to tell you where it's going to go. And the problem is when you do that and you project it and it hits it, people say, how do you know this? Okay, I'm going to give you the number. Okay, it's 3,100. Okay, on this particular chart. 3,100. And there is the alert. They see that's just come in from the new system that we've developed. So I'm certain I'm correct. Now, you can say, well, that's absolute rubbish. It's not right. Watch, because it's absolutely projected in the background, and this is something, Tiru, that we've got to teach people is it's not about the right edge of the chart. Everyone thinks
Gary, just a quick question. You got the signal on the Telegram channel, right?
no, actually, I've got this on my Smart Center Pro, but the
No, I
Telegram.
mean the trade that I just placed with all the
Oh, it's
details.
come up. Yes, it's on there. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's good. Yeah, that's great. If you see any others, we can place it there as well. And
yeah.
those,
It's going. You want to get this? You're long. You should be long here now.
yeah, yeah. Actually, it says over there, isn't it? Buy
Okay,
gold.
because and again, just looking at everything in the chart, it's saying, and the software, not me, not you, it's saying it's going to go through the top. And what you and I have discussed is if we can produce a system, well, we're talking about the Indian market, but any market, watch what's going to happen here. We're going to be, I would stay with this chart because it's got everything that Wyckoff taught us, Tom Williams taught us, everything.
14.19. Okay,
And
let
you
me
put
bring it
the
up.
SMI indicator, the VSI stuff, it's all here. And we would be silly to jump to different stuff. Look at the right edge. Yeah.
I think
No,
it'd be good if we explain that. You're
look
right.
at where it says trend up, phase one. On my screen, it's on phase three on the small time frame. Don't worry about that. Watch.
Let me bring it down to 15 minutes if you want.
You can do 15, you can do three. It doesn't matter. It is going to happen. And then people will believe it and go, you've got a test in a rising market, which is one of our strongest indicators, which is there, right? It's in the 15 minutes on a 5, 3. Watch. And then people who are traders and investors, they go, I see it. I know now that all this negative news, which it is, and you can see the test, you can see the shakeout. So if you just because you're producing a screener, there's something called SO, which was the shakeout, right? Now look, and it's followed by a test, and it's moving up. I would go actually to a 3 minute chart. If
Yeah, let me just quickly do that. Hang on a minute.
go
So,
to a small time frame because
yeah,
I'm
I'm
in.
just adding up the numbers. Just give me 1 second.
Don't worry about numbers. What it's going up. We're in.
Plus.
I think we don't have to calculate numbers. Go to the 3 minute. Watch what's going to happen. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, aren't I? But I'm not wrong. Okay, and put the VSA on it, and you'll see it. It's about to go right through the roof.
Yeah, because the thing needs a target order, right? So
Don't
yeah,
worry
three
about
one.
targets, anything like that. Just watch the chart. It's going to go. It's got 2 bar reversal. It's got everything. It's accumulating, and then put that up with VSA. Look at the trend, which is up on the right. Yeah, you've got it. Yeah, you're fine. Watch.
Where did that one go?
Yeah, and watch because we're going to be trading obviously with our live account. This is going out.
Okay, great traders. I think we got one target over here on one strategy, but then on Gavin's one, we're not putting a target at all. So we're going to just let that run.
Yep.
And you can see that all on the Telegram channel. It will tell you when it closes and everything.
Hmm.
So we got this, in fact, live over here. You can see it also on just one of the trades, right? I mean, remember, you can do different ones over here. You can see that at the moment, it's just up, right? About $53 over there. You can see that, all right? In terms of the stop loss, I mean, in fact, even before I put that in, we can actually use a tighter stop loss over here. At this time, I can actually trail it now already to actually the low of this, where the interruption got cleared, which we actually show you on how to do that. So on the low, 3116.40, so 3116. So I can actually change it now here, and you will get that on your Telegram channel over here as well. So let me just do that here in terms of changing that, and you guys should get it on your side on Telegram channel. So let me just trail that now to 3116. And after I've done that, then we can explain this straight together actually, Gavin.
Yeah. Well, it's I'm in it. Um, and now here's where it's going. If anyone wants to know, I can give you the exact place where I think it's going. So what we'll do, if you can put the chart back up,
Yeah, let me do that.
put the visit, I'll tell you exactly where it's going.
So those of you guys on the Telegram channel, you can see that it's now changed to 3116. If you want to join it, you can see on Glenn's
Yeah,
link over there, both on the Zoom and on the YouTube channel, how
yeah.
to join the Telegram channel as well.
Okay, so it's going to 3.1467, which is exactly the level I've got. And
3146, yeah?
everything in VSA, if you look at it. The volume's
What
trending up.
level was it, Gavin? 3146?
Yeah, I can tell you exactly. So it's 3.46. Well, eight really. 1.46. I mean, you can round it up.
So what is
Look
it?
at look.
3146?
Yeah, if you look at if you point the software to the top, everything's trend up. We're in phase one, but in
No,
phase,
wait. Let me just put the number up. 3146. Yeah, that's
yeah,
what.
it's there. Yeah, it's going.
Okay, great. Okay.
I would leave this chart up because it's going to go there. When you're certain of something, as you and I know, Turu, that when it goes there, now why? That is the question. Why would it go there? Because of the background, because of the buying. Now, if we look at the trade to win software, SMI software, it all aligns. Everything's telling me the same thing. I'm either stupid or I'm very smart. I don't know. My wife tells me the opposite. she,
Hmm.
she's like, "Yeah, you're stupid." But I know. Watch, I won't be wrong. I won't be wrong. And the reason is I've been doing this for years, and now you've got a target there. Now you've got a 60-minute, 300 minutes chart. Now I would suggest you put up a 5-minute chart.
Yeah,
I'll
let's do
prove,
that.
I'll prove the
Actually,
point.
do you
I'll
want
prove the
to?
point. Put up a five minute on this.
Actually, you know what, Gavin? I think I can let you screen share, isn't it?
I can do. Yeah, but yeah, you can do. Yeah, absolutely.
Or you want to do it on this one
Well, you
here
can
for
do it
now?
here. It doesn't. I mean, I can do it. I mean, because I'm in the trade, so it wouldn't make a lot of difference. But just keep it simple. 5-minute chart. What do you see? 5:25. You see everything green. Now, in the background, you see tests. Tests. Now, what is that? That is the greatest question that I've been having, and I have to admit, I probably should write a book on them. So let me explain. Okay, the market went up and it's gone up and down. And Tiru's pointed out the tests and they marked the market up. The market is about to go up real big. And I don't need to show my screen because Tiru's got the same thing. Look to the top right, everything's green. Now, what's about to happen is a blow off to the upside. Now, how can I possibly know this? Well, people say, well, it's impossible. It's not. It's what Tom Williams taught me, and I'll explain it to you now. Number one, we look at the price action as the market falls. Okay, and again, in this situation, we can see TE test. What is a test? What does that mean? What does it do? Well, it does exactly what it says on the tin. If Tiru was going for a driving test, right? Let's imagine he's never driven a car, and he went for a driving test. And of course, I know he can definitely drive, but he goes for a driving test, and he says to the driving instructor, "Okay, I'm ready to go." Brilliant, and off he goes. And he makes one mistake. He hits the curb, or he veers into the opposite lane. What happens? He fails the test. The driving instructor can't control that. He said, well, I'm following the rules. You failed the test. But then what happens if two is like a Formula One racing driver, which I think he is, and he drives so well that the driving instructor says, look, you haven't just passed the test, you passed it with massive, massive exception and high five. Boom. Okay. Okay. So he's got the certificate. That doesn't get the result, does it? Unfortunately. And that's what Tom told me. He said you can pass the test, but it doesn't give you immediate result. And I was very disappointed with that. I said, well, when I was a police officer, I was taught that once I'd passed all of these exams, and I can tell you, Terry was in the medical profession. You pass all these exams, surely immediately you get all the results. You don't. And it's the same in the market. Now, watch what we're about to see. And it works in human life, and it can be frustrating for many. But now we're about to see something quite extraordinary, because I know I'm right. But that doesn't really matter to me. What
Hey, Gavin,
matters?
as we are waiting for that, shall I just explain on the SMI for now?
Yeah, put it in there because that
Yeah,
would be
so
really good.
because
Because
then they can
I
see
think I
how
think it's,
both correlates, isn't it?
yeah, it's about to go. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so guys, so what I've done here is, if you take a look, I've done the trend alignment tables, right? So you see on the daily, we get all the trends first and we see if they align together or not, okay? So that's what we do to see the buying strength or the selling strength. So on gold, if I take a look over here, so let's explain everything now so that you guys can understand. Sorry, in the beginning it was very fast because we were taking live trades and everything. But now we'll start to explain since we are waiting for it now to get to our target in our trailing before trailing stop in position. So now you see on the daily time frame, let me just use the other one for now. You see on the daily time frame here, right? On the daily time frame here, what do I mean by all of this? Which is this is in an uptrend. You can see that with our quantified structure of our tops and bottoms, you can see there's a higher high and higher lows, right? And then over here with the bottom confirmation here, we are seeing that this is in alignment with the trend. So this is what we call a bottom to top move, okay? Because of the quantified structure, we get the systematic quantified approach here across all time frames. So this is an uptrend, phase one at the moment, because it's in alignment with the trend. Now, if I'm here at this point, this is what me and Gavin will always say that the market never moves in a straight line. But when the profit taking happens or the retracement happens, now this is a top to bottom move, right? Signaled by the top confirmation and this bar here, okay? Now that is going against the uptrend, isn't it? Because it's a top to bottom going down. This is what we call phase two. So after a phase two, then you can then revert back to phase one. Then after phase one, then some profit taking phase two, and it'll keep doing that until the trend changes. Then your phase ones will become a top to bottom. Okay, so far that's the idea and the premise. So based on that, now we put it all onto the trend alignment table. So this is an uptrend phase one. When I go onto the 4-hour, we can see that with a little bit of a sell-off over there, which was now we can see it's looking like more like a shakeout, which is what me and Gavin have identified. You can see that downtrend took out that level, and then now it's on an aggressive move up. That's your downtrend phase two, because it's now on the upside, going against the trend, downtrend phase two. But direction is aligning to the higher time frame. So this is what I've recorded here. Okay, I'm doing that for each time frame. So for the 4-hour, it's an uptrend phase two. Okay, so that's what I'm saying over here. Now, when I move on to the 1-hour time frame over here, so you can see that on the 1-hour time frame, you can see this is an uptrend phase
yeah.
one. Okay, so this is an uptrend phase one. Okay, so that's what I'm doing over here. Okay, and then on the 15-minute, when I take a look on the 15-minute over here, then we can see that that's also an uptrend phase one. Okay, that's also an uptrend phase one. So I'll record all of that into here. So you can see clearly that across all time frames, it's in an uptrend. Okay, except for this one here. This was a downtrend phase two. I've written it wrongly. So let me just change that into downtrend phase two. Turn that into green. And then we'll pile the volume on top. That's when you'll see how this becomes very powerful, okay? So this doesn't mean we still take a trade yet. So if you take a look what's happening, so at the moment it's uptrend phase one, good, alignment with the trend. 4 hour, it's a downtrend phase 2, still direction aligning, not trend aligning. 1 hour, it's showing like this, uptrend phase 1, which we had the confirmation signal from which I took a 180R level. 15-minute is also showing an uptrend phase 1. And in terms of this on the stretch, it's also taken out the upper side as well, okay, the upper side as well. So if you take a look over here, in terms of the stretch principle, which I'll give you some reference videos for those of you new, you can see that it's taken out the upside over here, okay? So very strong to the upside where the bigger range can then form. So that's that one there. And then after that, then we got 50% OE. Usually we take it for 180R level. And then the 0.8 ATR range. The good point is on today, if you take a look on the ATR number here, this bar, you see traders, this is the important point. This is what we are analyzing, this bar, yeah? This bar, in terms of its range from yesterday, on an average, it forms $84, right? You can see when I put my cursor on yesterday's bar, I take it from the daily. When I take it for this $84, you can read the ATR number here. So let me put the cursor in there. So when I look at that, that's $84. So now when I move it to this bar here, right, today, even if I take a look at 80% of that range, 0.8 times 84, right? So that would be about, how much would that be? So let's take a look. I've done that just now. 0.8 times 84. So $67.20. But the range only, if you can read from here, from the low to the high for today, right, is only $58. Okay. So let me put that again. So $67 is the average 80% range of this. But this bar here today, from the low to the high, has only done, how much did I say? It's only done $58. Okay. $58. So in terms of a recurring principle, so this is one of the edges you can form on strategies. Is we always look, me and Gavin, we always look at things that keep recurring in the market, okay? The tests in a rising market will keep recurring, right? All these kind of things, and that's when we pile up, we get the conviction. But this range here has only done 58, and I know on an average it will form at least 67, but especially in today's strong volume, backed up markets and volatile markets, it will at least do 180R. So either we can go for the 67 or we can go for the $84 over here according to this, okay? So this is how we are basing it. But in terms of this strategy, which I've just shown you, I'm just taking it towards the 180R number, which you will get there 70% of the time. And how do I know that? Because we have measured that according to the stats that we have over here on the OE indicator, right? So let me just put that back on again over here, huh? And then you guys can see it for yourself on the OE stats chart. And then you can then see that we've measured its swing and we know how much it will travel, and then we can project that for the future as well, okay? This was started by quant traders back in the 1960s, all right? So that's the premise for the trade that is currently running here that we've given it on the Telegram channel, okay? That was how we took that particular trade, where you can see now the blue line here, the green line for first target, second target is for what Gavin said, and then the trailing stop loss for around here, okay? That's what we have as of now.
Tiru,
Yeah.
I'm short.
Yeah, you've reversed it, haven't you, for a short?
Completely. You need to do the same thing. That's going down.
Yeah, good point. Because, I think that's what people need to understand, in terms of
Yeah.
when to reverse it and when to stick on with the order. If you want to share
Absolutely
your screen, Gavin,
perfect.
I think it'd be
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I can do, but you've got it on there. Think about the logic behind this. So the logic is a breakout trade to the upside, encourage people to buy more. It's everything good news. Donald Trump's changed his view. But look at the volume that's come in, and then look at the reversal bar. And everything I've got in well, I'll show you it, in the trading system that I've got says go short. Now, This is gonna collapse any minute. Watch it.
If you can,
You keep on it. There's nothing wrong with that. You can be
you know
long.
what? Let's put that through the signal DP actually. So what are you saying short right now?
Oh, it's a short.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
let me just do that. And you're not putting any stops, are you putting?
No, put an order in, short it, and then put the short at the top of it, which you can place an order. It's fine because it's
Well,
not a live trade, but this is going down.
so on the high, 3137, you're saying,
Yep,
right? So
absolutely. Yeah.
3137, 3137.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
3137. So there we go. So submit. So that should come on the Telegram channel now,
Yep. Got it.
right? So we got a sell and a buy at the same time.
Correct. And that's
Right.
nothing wrong with that because
Yep.
you're hedging. Now go back to the chart. I've just got it right now.
Yeah, and we got a new member join as well. Delsa, thanks for
Yeah, that's
coming
right.
in.
Now watch. Now watch. I I've got this nailed. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Do you actually have any target at the moment, Gavin? Not yet.
No, absolutely not. No, zero. No, no. It's going to break the bottom of the trigger number, which I developed anyway. Watch it. And then we can take questions because people are going to ask them. You have to look at price action. And the SMI indicator, you can use any time frame. Yeah, I've just got emails from a guy that said, "Well, which time frame do I use?" Don't worry, watch. This is a two-bar reversal. You've got it right there, actually.
Yeah, that's on the 1 hour. Do you want me to go lower? 3 minute?
Nope, don't need to. What it doesn't matter. I know what's going to happen. And Terry, you and I have talked about this for many months and many years actually. So here's what's going to happen, and that's what people want to know. They want certainty. The market's gone up on bullish news that Trump's done this. Now, if you want to trade it on a small time frame, you would probably go to a smaller time frame, which is fine. I don't care. I know this is going back down. So you say, well, okay, which time frame? That now the client that's developed this new system that we've got, he said, try a 5 minute time frame. So actually put a 5 minute one up, a 5 minute time frame up, and you might find it's quite interesting because I think it's going to show exactly where the distribution area is. It's a 5 minute, and you're like, well, it's just irrelevant. It's not completely relevant. And
I
there
put the
you go.
5 minute up. Yeah.
Yep, there you go. There's no demand. There's your SMI. You've got the two-bar reversal. Now, I don't know how to explain this to you all, but what you're about to see is a revelation. Okay, because that price bar, which is trying to go up, is about to collapse. And I'm sorry to say I know it, but I'm glad I know it. But let's watch. Okay. Let's watch. The time is exactly correct. It's going to go through its line. And then everyone's going to say, oh, can you possibly know this? Well, thanks. Tom Williams, David Weiss, some of the great experts, because it's going to go. And then Tiru as well. And all the guys in India that, yeah, this is proof. And it's somewhat disturbing because you say, well, I can see this. Watch. It's about to go through the bottom of that line. And if it doesn't, don't worry about it because that's what I've learned. It doesn't matter. It can bounce up. And I've learned that. I was like, oh, I'm definitely sure it's going to do this. I'm definitely sure it does. Don't worry about it. Watch. And most certainly,
I'm just taking a look at once this 1 hour bar closes.
yeah, just
I
right.
think just
Yeah,
one thing just to explain what we
that's
do, traders, as well, just like what Gavin has said. This has come 2 points just away from our first target. What we do is we will trail it to the low of this once the bar closes. Okay,
correct.
that's
Yeah,
what we will do as well. But on the same side, we got also a short position here, right? As Gavin had mentioned here,
yeah,
because he saw the sell signal. And remember, this is all based on probabilities, what we are doing. Yes, yeah, based on recurring principles. And the most important thing, we all want you all to take away from here is how do you manage your positions
yeah.
when it actually goes against you? That's the most important thing here. Okay, and that's what we're doing. Yeah, carry on, Gavin.
No, I'm just looking at this. I'm looking at my other screen here. I'm saying, well, do you know something? This could really collapse real quick. Now, the biggest problem I've always had this big problem, which is a wonderful problem to have, is you've taken the trade, you've managed the risk, and you think this market's about to collapse because you're short, right? Watch. It will, that test is going to fail. Now, I could sit here for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Doesn't matter. I know that will not hold.
This test, right?
Yeah, not going to hold. Yeah. And the reason is if you look at the SMI indicators that are showing the downward pressure, look at the widespread down bar closing on the low that's trying to be tested. If you understand what we're teaching people, which a lot of the people don't understand, but we are, you've got a 2 bar reversal in the background. It's gone up and come straight back down into that area. And then you've circled it and it's trying to go up. Yeah, that's exactly, you've got it. And the problem is it's trying to go up on low volume and they're going, smart money are trying to push this price up. Tiru, I have to say that market it's gonna go further down. And it sounds bad for many people who've said, well, I bought and I'm happy and no. I can say categorically, look,
But also, I think what we have to also let people know is that also it depends on how long they hold it for as well, isn't it, Gavin?
it's like everything, isn't it? Yeah. How long do you hold anything?
Exactly, yeah. So if you look at shorter time frame, yeah, you might be going short, if you're holding it for longer term positions, fair enough. You sit through all of this selling and buying and what so not. But as long as you're clear on your objectives, that's the most important thing. I think we have stressed that on every webinar, really.
Every single thing we've said is correct. It is exactly that. It's like, well, what's your objectives? Uh, I, I don't know. Because you try and talk to people and then you speak to them, they say, well, I'm a long-term trader, I'm a short-term trader, I'm a
Yeah.
scalper. Yeah, you know.
They're
Here's
not clear, are they? They're not clear, yes.
here's my final words, and it's important because we're looking at charts, and I think I'm pretty right what's about to happen. What's about to happen is a massive shakeout, which will make a lot of money if you're smart. And I've said that in the webinars. Now, that's a great conversation because people say, oh, I'll ring you up and, hey, what's a shakeout? A shakeout is very simple. It has to happen on bad news. Well, we've got it. It has to happen when governments and financial institutions tell us We can't deal with this. It's terrible. It's happening. If you look at what happened with British Petroleum, the oil company, they said, we can't cap the well. And everyone sold and it went up. So my message to all of you is very, very simple. Don't believe what you see. I know it sounds odd, but what happens is that's exactly how the markets work. They say, oh, we can't cap the well, we can't do this, but they did cap the well, and BP became one of the most profitable oil companies in the world. Are we all stupid? No, no, we're not stupid. We're intelligent beings who are being manipulated. And that's been the case for many, many years. And I could keep going. We are clever. We are strong. We are what I could talk about. I am that. And that's what you are. And if you choose to be weak, be weak. That's fine. If you choose to be strong, be strong. But please do not, if you read my book, do not accept that what you're hearing on the media and stuff that you don't like, and you go, oh, isn't it? Isn't it? And I've got loads of orders coming. See, this is what happens. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
I think we got another one as well. Let me just take a look at the DAX as well, traders.
Yeah, you have a quick look at the DAX. I'm gonna have to go because I've got meetings, but I'm absolutely totally delighted with this webinar. I don't. What else can I say? It's like
Yeah, just the people got to understand is that over here, what we are running is a bit more longer term position. The ones that
it
we are
can
seeing
be.
on
Yeah, it can.
Telegram is the shorter term one on a lower time frame.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of the DAX, let's take a quick look. And then we can close. I think we're coming near to time also. I think at near 3 o'clock, we'll close up anyway. I think we all have to got another meeting as well to run to. But you see over here on the DAX, over here on the daily time frame. So we will do the same thing again, traders, right? So
Yeah.
over here, we got a DTP2. So that's the one. So let me just take a look at that. Okay, good. Right, so let me do that. So downtrend phase 2.
Yep.
So downtrend phase 2 here on the DAX. And then after that, then we got the 4-hour. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. Oh yeah, this is good as well. This is a downtrend phase 1. I think we didn't have time to look at that. I was taking a look at this also. So downtrend phase 1 on the 1-hour. Let me just take a look on that one here. On the 1-hour, it's saying uptrend phase 2, lower stretch being taken out. Let me just do that. Yeah, this one I got it here. Uptrend phase 2. Direction is aligned. Let me see at least 3 time frames we get an alignment or not. And then on the 15-minute, yeah, I'm getting a downtrend phase 1. In fact, here, it did do its 180 already, 94. Yeah, easily. So if you guys were following that, I know some of you are, some of our clients, you would have got that already. That happened a little bit earlier today, rather than right now. So at 12:15 it happened. So that one was downtrend phase 1. So we got, if you take a look, so downtrend phase 1, Right, so we got all of that, and the stretch, this one here is to the lower side, if I'm not wrong. If I take a look, yeah, it's taken out the lower stretch line, which is what we got here. 1 ATR, yeah, 0.8 ATR range. Has that done it yet or not? Let me quickly check that on the daily time frame. Over here on the daily time frame, that is 0. It's about 800 points. 1000, this one, yeah, it has done its range for today. So this was 1800 points, so it has done that. So I'll put that as yes, and the bias is towards the short. Now, if you do want to take this one further, let me just take a look here. This is the 952, this is about 997. So if you want to take it to 180R, there's a little bit of range left. So what I would say is if you want to wait on this one, on the DAX, wait for a retracement, and then wait for another top confirmation, and then take a look at also the on the DAX confirming as well. And then after that, then you can with the volume. Okay, so let me just take a look at the volume here as well, because I got this on this chart. We can see that the volume is not supporting further the upward move, isn't it, Gavin, on the gold? We'll trail
Yeah,
it
I was
further.
looking at gold. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll trail it further, but we got about 3 minutes before we trail it, and I will come onto the Telegram channel as well once we trail it on the long position. So you can see how we have hedged it on both
Yeah,
positions over here.
you've got no demand there, and you've definitely got weakness. So yeah,
So there you go, right? So
yeah, it's gonna go through that line. Yeah,
yeah, so there you go. So this one is all supporting as well. So that's when we got a really good signal here where everything, the volume and the price is supporting it on the short side for DAX. What I will do later on, if you guys are looking through this chart, wait for a bottom to confirm and then a top and then go for it because volume is supporting it. Now, in terms of gold at the moment, where will we trail that? Let me quickly on the long position here. So we have trailed it now to here. So at the end of this, so we will trail it to the low. And as Gavin has said, the volume is not supporting it. It is going further down, right? So you can see that.
yeah, correct. Now, Turu, here's where it's going. And I'm using David Weiss's point and figure charting.
So
Okay.
good. So people can see this live right now. You see the trading
Okay.
stop
Yeah. Okay. So
on the
we'll
buy
do
is
this
going to
now.
get hit.
I'll tell you exactly where gold's going. So put the chart back up. I've got the point and figure chart up. I'm pretty certain I'm right. Okay. Now, let me just look at the charts because there's a couple of things that are interesting here. But first of all, there's the. I knew I was going to get that. So the new scanner has just given me okay, brilliant. Okay, so now I'm going to have to give you exactly a target. Now, this is interesting because what happens is I want to be right, but I can tell you I'm going to be right. Gold is going to 3107.50.
Let me put that onto the thing here.
Yep. It's going to 30150, and you can put an order in for that. It's going exactly there.
Right. So 3116. We'll put
Three
trailing stop loss on the
zero.
bar. Yeah.
I'll tell you. Let me make this correct. It's 30150, and it's going to go short
So say that again. 30.
150. Okay, so it's on the chart, and actually,
015, you mean, yeah? 10.
yeah, it's coming up on all three alerts. It's absolutely. Yeah, I've got another one. Okay, now either we've got that right or we've got it wrong, but I don't care.
Okay.
It's going exactly there. So it's going to fall. Now, why? Look at
So
everything is
wait, so we
behind
got,
you.
so let me just mark it on here. So it's much lower, 3015, you're saying, is it?
Yeah, 30150. Let me be very clear.
301, no, hang on. 3015.0, yeah?
Yeah, 30150 is what I've got. Yeah, that's what I've got. Yeah.
What, it's 0.0, isn't it? Because it cannot be,
Yeah, it's like, yeah. It depends on which platform you're using. So put in 3000.00. That's fine. It'll be just as good.
well, 3015 should be fine. Let me just put that
No,
thing.
put it in.
3015, isn't it? 30.
Yeah, you got to get that exactly right. Yeah,
That's all the way down here.
that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is that right? Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay, good. So great. So we got a top confirmation. We got a strong reversal happening at the moment, isn't it? I think the people can observe this,
No,
but the good thing is,
the reversal is perfect because what happens is they'll retest at
what do you?
that level. Look, if I'm certain I'm right because I've looked at the charts and they go, well, you get the 2 bar reversal. It could go up.
I mean, the good thing is that
With it.
we got, I mean, traders, we got all the live over here being recorded. On the buy position, the trail hasn't been kicked out yet. And we also got the short as well. We got a stop on the short at 3136, as
Yeah,
Gavin has mentioned just over here. If it does take that out, and then yeah, so we got both angles covered, and that's how it should be. And I think when you're looking at markets, when you're managing your positions, and you should be taking a look at the overall direction over here, right? So that's how it should be. We'll see how this one goes, traders. You can see at the background, I know a lot of you have been talking about, okay, how do I understand this? How do I learn about this more? youtube.com/master the markets. A lot of you have been saying, okay, I like this live trading, but how do I get notifications? What you got to do is click the subscribe button, right? And then when you go to the arrow, which is a drop down arrow, click on the all bell icon. So that's the most important thing over there. After
yeah,
that, also on Trade Guider, same thing, youtube.com/Trade Guider, do that, subscribe, hit the all bell icon. In terms of understanding these terminologies for both price and volume, 7steps-to-ctp.com is the place to go,
yeah,
right? And then you can put your name, email, and number if you want live trading updates. Join our Telegram channel as well, if you want. And then once you hit the green button, then you get the 7 videos sent all to you as well. Then also on Trade Guide, the website channel, you can also get the book as well, Following the Shadow of the Smart Money as well. Okay, so these are the things where you can really understand how this whole methodology of price and volume works and what gives us the conviction to take these trades in real time and hold on to these trades while it goes against us and still stick to our target points and how we are managing it, hedging it, and all so on and so forth. Okay, so we'll keep a track on this. We will put the trades on live on the Telegram channel. At least you can see the orders, what's happening, and everything. And we'll also keep a track on the DAX, and then you guys can as well. For those of you who got the rules, you can follow it throughout the day. I think with that, actually, Gavin, I think we are reaching quite over time a little bit. If there are any questions, we'll be happy to
well,
answer. I think the same questions that are happening is where can I find out about price and volume, which I've already answered already, right? So,
sure.
which
I
is
think I
basically on
think
YouTube
what
channel.
the most important thing to say to people is this: when you're trading and you're learning to trade,
Oh, it looks like the short position got stopped out. That's fine. It's okay.
well, well, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be recorded anyway. When you're learning to trade, you're learning about the markets. You have to become your individual personality, right? Which you are, and I am. But there's one thing I did actually take a lot of influence from a guy from Australia, and this is important to everyone. You are you. I know there's a text from him right now. I am that. That's a really important thing, and it really has affected me as I've moved home, and I've moved into a new property. But I am that. So Tiru is I am. I am Tiru Nagapan, and he's got his family. He's got everything. And if I sound a little bit hoarse because I've been talking to loads of people, but then the other part of me was talking about Steve Jobs, and I want to make this webinar in honor of Steve Jobs.
Traders, I mean, just a quick one. Gavin, the buy position has hit the target. It's already on the Telegram channel, so that's really good.
Yeah, I know, because we're right.
No, the buy position, right? The one on the first one that we're holding on, but the sell got stopped out. Yeah.
When it comes to trading, which we do, it's all about, oh, we've got live trades, we've got this, we've got this, we've got this. I just want to finish on this note, and I've probably lost my voice. But the point is this: Think, Link, Create is a book. And I want to tell everyone listening and every single person on this planet, it's not a perfect place. I'm even losing my voice because I've been talking to so many people, but I'll tell you this. I hope you listen. Please. We're all one. We're all one. We're all one. And we can't change it. And I wish it could be different, because I'd love it to say, oh, okay,
You know
well,
what,
I
Gavin,
can change
if
it.
you look at it, it's going on the buy side, it's going on to the second target, which you had mentioned before.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that now. Yeah.
I think, you know what? Yes, I think it's coming near to time. I think the good part is I think they saw both the positions on the buy and the sell and how to manage it. In terms of the first position on the buy that has hit the first target, that's great. And then on the second target, if some of you are held on to it, that's seeing over there. But on the sell position, we did get stopped out. So that's the good thing is you got the to see on both the areas in terms of how we use both the methodologies, also to manage the positions and to trade as well. I guess
Yeah.
if there are no other questions, I think, Gavin, I think we can wrap it up, right? And then we can watch it.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, it's great.
All right, traders, I think it's great session today. Thanks for joining us. And if you haven't joined us yet, join us on the Telegram channel. Wednesday and Thursday, we go live and we'll analyze all of these markets together. That's all from us for now. And as we always say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master.
Yeah, well done. Great.